Okay, so we are starting with this part of the Crocs because this project has 4 parts to it. The main thing is that when we make each of them differently, then we couple them on the Crocs. So we're going to start with making the top part here. Then afterwards, we're going to make the straps. Then afterwards, we're making the inner part of the sole and the top part of the inner sole. So let's get right into it. Create our slip knot. Now over here, we'll be working from the bottom here to the top. Our work will go like this, all right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make an increase. We'll keep making an increase until we don't make an increase anymore. Chain 8 plus 1. Now the 8 is the base stitch, 1 is the turning chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you're seeing it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we'll chain up 1, which does not count as a stitch. We are going to insert our hook into the second stitch from the hook, and we're going to make single crochet 1. We go back again into the same stitch. We make another single crochet. So this is an increase right here. We're going to make 1 single crochet in the next 6 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now in the last stitch, we're going to make 2 single crochets, which is an increase. 1, go back again, 2, and that's an increase. We chain 1, we turn our work. We turn our work, we go right into the very first stitch, make 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Now we are going to 1 single crochet till we get to the second to the last stitch, right? So 1, 2, 3, 7, and 8. Now the last stitch here, we make 2 single crochets, which is an increase. Sorry. 1 and 2. We chain 1, we turn our work. We increase this edge here, 2 single crochets over here, then work 1 single crochet till you are left with the last stitch. This is the last stitch here. We are going to work 2 single crochets here, 1 and 2, which is an increase. We chain 1 and we turn. Now we've made 3 rows of single crochet. We are going to make this is 3 rows. We are going to make another 3 rows of single crochet, just with the pattern of increases at the side, at the edges. So we increase this edge, we increase this edge at each row. So we'll make that. We already have 3 rows, so we make an extra 3 rows. Then I'll come back. Alright, so we have completed our 6 rows. We'll place it on it this way. Okay. So what we want to be seeing is, I want to make this as clear as it can be. This is why I'm putting these extra stuffs here. But for me, if I'm making it, I don't need these things. I already know what to do. So the reason we made 6 rows of single crochet increases by the side is because we want to take note of this line here. Your stitches must be below it. This other side, it also must be below it, not on it or not above it, but below it. We can then go on with the next thing we are going to do. That is the standard, so take note of it. Now we have successfully established that. Next, what we are going to do next is we are going to make 1 single crochet all across here. So we're making 1 single crochet without increase. This is for the 7th row. Make 1 single crochet without increase on each stitch. No increases. With chain 1, you turn your work. On the 8th stitch, you make an increase in the very first one, and you also make an increase in the last one when you get there. So when we get to the last stitch also, we will make an increase. So this is the last stitch here. We're going to make 2 single crochets, which is an increase. Chain 1 and turn. Now you will repeat row 7 and row 8. Alright, so we will repeat row 7 and row 8 until we get to this point here, just on this line, this white line here, and on this white line here, right? You must get to that place. It must at least touch it a little, right? So we're going to head on with what we are doing, and I'll get right back to you. So now here we have it. If we place it on it this way, we can see, so we can see here and we can see here. All right. We're going to start working 1 single crochet. Each of the rows will contain 1 single crochet of this same number of stitches, right? No more increases. Just keep working with this until we get to this point. All right, so you keep making it till you get to this point. All right, so let's go. Let's head on. Now we are working 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. So here we have it. We have successfully completed this part of the Crocs. So as we place it this way, you can see how it looks. This is the way it looks from this side, and this is the way it looks from this side. You can see that it's almost not touching the white lines. You can see it's almost no longer touching the white lines. So if we had not done it to that extent, it would have been bad. It wouldn't have covered our top part. So this is the way to do it. Just follow the instructions and you will get it. And you see how this place looks. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's fine. We are still in progress. All right. Okay. For the straps, let's take a look at this particular one here. Let's do it this way. So for the straps, it's not just a long one piece of a long continuous stitches. It's this way. If you take a look at it, you find out it goes up, then down, then over this way. So let's take a look at in the picture here, which I just made a little sketch. If you can see it properly, it goes up like this, which is this way, right? So it goes up this way, which is like this, all right? And top of the heel here, which is here, then down this way, then here, all right? So we will consider here and here. It has some rigmaroles around it, and you have to consider it. And again, another thing you have to consider is the shape of the Crocs. Coming here at the heel area of the Crocs, you would notice that over here is shorter in height compared to here. So you also put these into consideration when you're making the Crocs. You're trying to get the shape of the Crocs. We're not just making random strap. We're trying to go with the shape of the Crocs. And you have to try to make it look like the Crocs. Right? So we'll consider here, because we are starting here. We're going to start here. So we're considering how many chains we are working with here. And we're working here. We'll be working this way. This is the inner part and this is the outer part, all right? So we're going to start here. We'll work to this part here, and then we'll come back again. We'll start here. We'll complete it to this point so that we sew it together here. We sew them together here, all right? So we're going to start here, and for that we're going to start with a chain of 7 using the same hook size 4. So we're going to chain 7 plus 1, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's check 7. So you kind of place it on your heel side here, just in the midpoint. So just place it there, and you can see it's well aligned. This is the size. So you might be getting 8 stitches for yours, or 5 stitches or 6 stitches for yours, which covers this part of the Crocs. So whichever stitch you get, it cannot be, it just ranges in between 6 to 8 stitches. But for this is 7 stitches. So I'm going to chain 1 as our turning chain, and we're going to work 1 single crochet in each stitch across, making a total of 7 stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We chain 1 and we turn. We go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1, you turn. All right, so we're going to make an extra 2 more rows, 2 more rows of 7 stitches. So I will get back to you. Okay, so this is it. So this is our 4 rows of 7 stitches. All right, so remember we are working, we're working this way. We're working this way. So when we place it this way, now we are getting to this point. As we are getting here, you know very well our stitches has to increase because here is smaller than here. The height here is different from the height here. So now as we have gotten to this point, we are going to increase our stitch so that we can cover the height here. Alright, so for that we are going to increase our stitch, but we are going to increase our stitch in the middle stitch, not at the edge. Alright, and it's just one increase. So now we're going to increase in the middle, anywhere in the middle. So we'll make 1, 2, 3. The fourth one we're going to increase 1, 2. Next, we'll complete our stitches. We'll complete our row. Chain 1 and turn. Now we have an increase. So the total number of stitches here is 8 and here is 7. This is because we need to catch the height of this place. So now we're going to work with 8 stitches across. So we are working with 8 stitches across. No increases anymore. Now, as we are working with 8 stitches, we're gonna work this till, okay, so we're going to work this till we get to this point here. Remember this point. The reason for this point here is because it is at this point that the Crocs here, it goes up and here goes straight. So we are considering here, as I told you, we are considering this point here. All right, so we have gotten to somewhere here, around here. If we get to this point, I will meet you. Just keep making your 8 stitches. So here we are. So we'll place our strap at the midpoint here, and boom, we have it at exactly where we want it. Remember, we wanted it here, and that's exactly where we have it. So this far we made 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we made 14 rows. Yours might be 15, yours might be 13, so in between. So this is it. Sometimes I get 16. Okay, that's for bigger size Crocs. So now here the other work begins, and the work that begins is the work of going up the hill here, right? That's this work right here. Let me put it this way. So the work that begins is this particular work right here and this one. So we are going to walk up this hill. Let's put it this way. So as we walk up the hill, not the hill, as we walk up, we make 2 single crochets here. That means we are increasing. So we are trying to go up this hill. All right, so we'll make 2 single crochets here. When we're returning back, we'll make no increases. This should be the 15th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, we were with 8, all right? So we add another one, which is 9. We make a chain stitch and turn. Now we've turned, we are going to make just 1 single crochet in each stitch across. So in this row, there are no increases, and the total of this stitch here is 9 stitches. Chain 1 and turn. We are going to walk to this place and we're going to make another increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We make another stitch there, 10. So we have increased this side. We chain 1 and we turn. We're going to make just 1 single crochet in each stitch, no increases. So this would be a repeat. 9, 10, 11. So we'll go back again, make 1 other stitch, 12. Turn. We start our hook in the first stitch, make 1 single crochet across, we get a total of 12 stitches. We're going to stop in the increase, 12 increase. So this is 12 stitches across here. Now we're going to walk down the hill. All right, so we're going to walk down this hill like this, and what we're going to do is we chain 1, we turn, we make 1 single crochet, 1, 2. Remember, we were supposed to increase here, but because we've reached the maximum point, we will now start decreasing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're left with 2 stitches here. You skip 1 and insert your hook into the last one and making 1 single crochet there. Chain 1 and you turn. We are supposed to be left with 11 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The last one, 11. Chain 1 and turn. Now we're still going to decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we have 10 and 11. We skip this stitch. The next stitch, we insert our hook into the other stitch and we make 1 single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to repeat this until we are left with 7 stitches as of the stitches we started with. So our goal now is to be left with 7 stitches. Alright, so here we are. We have our 7 stitches across here. So this is the way it looks. Alright, just the way we want it to look. So now we are going to walk in long strap, continuous long strap. So we are now walking our long strap, and our long strap, we are going to walk it till we get to this point here. Along this part, keep walking with your 7 stitches, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Chain 1 and turn. So we will continue. Okay, so here we have it, like so. I made it to this point. I made it to this point. Starting from here, we've gone round to this point. Now we're going to I'm going to cut my yarn. Okay, so this is it. Now we are going to go and start from here. So we are going to make to this point. We're going to start making it from here to this point. So we are going to insert our hook, attach our yarn, make one single crochet into the same stitch. Next, one single crochet. So we'll make one single crochet across the 7 stitches while we hide our tail. Now we'll cut our tail, and that's all. So we chain 1, we turn our work. Remember, we started with 4 rows, right? So here we'll make 4 rows of 7 stitches. So we have 4 rows of 7 stitches right here, starting from here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we're going to turn our work. We'll make an increase in the middle, just like we did before. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make another single crochet there, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 6, 7, and 8. Chain 1 and turn. We'll work 8 single crochets across. So we will make 8 single crochets in each row until we get to this point. Again, until we get to this point. So it's basically what we did here that we are going to do here. All right, so that's just it. So we're going to make this till we get to that point, and that should be here was 14 rows. So we are looking forward to making 14 rows here, but for this one there might be a twist. Let's just get to where we want to get to. Okay, so here we are. I hope this okay. So here we are. We are going to start our increases here. Now we've gotten to the 13th row. 14th row, I mean. So when we place it this way, remember, here has to be aligned with here, and here has to be where we start to increase. We have to start increasing here. Be careful. Be careful not to increase here, all right? Because if you do increase here, you are going to be left with alternate angles. So here we'll be alternating with this one. Instead of to be in the same place, it's going to be in different places. So you have to be sure that your increases will be here. So sometimes you have to start increasing at the 13th row just to align with this one, and make sure not to increase here. All right, so for that we're going to start our increases immediately, okay, at the 14th row here. So we are going to increase here. Remember, we have to increase here. Okay, so this is the last stitch. We are going to put an extra stitch there, which makes it an increase. Chain 1 and turn. Now we'll make 1 single crochet across. So this should be 9 stitches across. chain 1, we turn. Here we are going to increase, all right? We are going up the hill, we are going to increase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We add another one and it's 10. We chain 1, we turn. That's an increase. So we'll make 1 single crochet across, a total of 10 stitches still. So this is basically what we're going to be doing until we get to the 12 stitches. So we're having 12 total number of stitches here. Chain 1 and turn. Now we are starting our decreases. So we're going to decrease here. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you're left with 2 stitches. You skip 1, insert your hook in the last one and make 1 single crochet. That's a decrease. So you insert your hook in the very first stitch as you turn and make 1 single crochet across. So you have 11 stitches. So this is what we're going to be doing, our decreases. Chain 1 and turn. Oh, I thought it wasn't recording. Oh my god. Now we're going to 1. We're going to decrease here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10 and 11. You skip 10, you insert your hook in the last one, make 1 single crochet and turn. Now you're going to make 1 single crochet across. Okay, so we have 7 stitches across here. So here is 7 stitches. So we're going to work these 7 stitches. Oh, sorry. But first, let's see how it looks. You can see how it looks here, right? Okay, here and here. You can see how it looks. So now we're going to work our 7 stitches till we get to this point. So probably from here to here might be like 6 rows. I don't know. So let's just do it till we get to this point. Okay, so here we have it. Oh, there's sun here. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, so here we have it. I made it to this point from here. So I made it to this point, and here is the joining point. So we're going to sew it together here, and I left a long tail for the sewing here. So I'm going to sew it in spiral form, and we are done with the straps. I pin it down so that you can see how it looks. Okay, so this is how it looks. I just pin it down. Okay, so I'm going to take my needle, my tapestry needle, and we will sew it on. Let's remove it. That's okay. So I'm going to sew it on together. So we'll sew it in a spiral form. Start your hook here. The next one, go back again into the same stitch. Now you're going to sew together these ones, and remember you have to hide this tail. So I usually hide it as I sew. As I sew on it, I hide it in between the seaming. So secure it properly. Yes, that's the English. So I'm going to chop off this one. Now we're going to hide our tail. So we'll hide our tail. So okay, so this is what it looks like. And here is our seaming. I don't like sewing it here. I don't like sewing it around here. That's why I sew it around here, because here is more hidden. Here is quite open. So the goal is to make it as clean as possible, as neat as possible. All right, so that's all for the strap. The next, we are going to make the inner part of the Crocs. So that will be our next tutorial.